Hi, and welcome to A Lost Soul Chapter 2 content preview for the quest chain A History Lesson. A Lost Soul is a game designed using the open source role-playing game engine AnyRPG. If you don't already have a copy of AnyRPG, you can pick one up from anyrpg.org/downloads in both Unity package or C# source code format. Let's begin our content preview. We'll press play in the Lost Soul Load Game Manager, and we'll be previewing a lot of new functionality that's been added to the engine lately in order to enable people to effectively tell stories using animations, dialogues, and actions that have been recently integrated into the AnyRPG engine, including the ability to integrate easily with the Unity timeline feature. We'll start by talking to High Priestess Luminessa, and she'll tell us, "Welcome, recruit. I've heard stories of your bravery in the Grove. It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Thank you, Your Highness. What can I help you with? Here's a gift of cheese. Oh, lovely, you really are as impressive as they claimed. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Sir Invincible said you discovered something in the Grove. Tell me about it." And the dead came back to life. "So it's true then. I thought the knight was just telling another drunken tale. I found these crystals on their bodies." "Oh no, normally anyone caught with these would be jailed instantly. Possession of mana has been banned since the War of the Magi. Why?" "Do you really not know? They did mention you were a bit odd, but I thought they were exaggerating. Mana almost destroyed the world. So what are the chances you could help me find more? Elemental mana like the kind you're holding hasn't been seen for thousands of years. If it has re-emerged into the world, it would be prudent to find out how and try to remedy the situation before another war breaks out. So that's a yes?" "Not so fast. I can't send you out unprepared. What do you know about the purpose of the Sunsworn?" "Nothing really." "I figured as much. Go talk to apprentice historian Flair to learn about the history of the Sunsworn." "So I need a history lesson?" "Indeed, the Sunsworn exist to keep the world safe from magic. You must understand the threat we once conquered if you're to help us overcome it again." "Okay, I'll talk to Flair now." We'll complete that quest and accept the next one. And now we can go talk to apprentice historian Flair. When we talk to him, he begins walking and starts telling a story. "In the beginning, there was no magic. Man could not project his will outside of his body. In the time before history, people discovered that they could channel their will to control the environment around them. This channeling came to be known as magic. The users of magic were called Magi. But there was a side effect. You can read it about it in this book right here." And then he picks up a book and starts looking at it. And in a second, he will put it back on the shelf, and we have a quest available from him. So we'll accept the quest, and now the history of magic is interactable, and we can click on it to read about the book, or basically watch the cutscene. "Man toiled and worked all day." This guy here, work, work, work. "Magic made life easier." So he'll cast a water spell, but also cause the life force of the caster to leak out into the environment. And he says, "What's this? What's happening?" "Where it could grant sentience to anything that it touched." And that's the end of that cutscene. Getting back to the Sun Temple, we can talk to apprentice historian Flair and complete that quest. We'll begin the next stage of the history lesson, where he tells us, around the time that people discovered magic, there was a tribe of ancient sun worshippers called the Sun Dancers. Two twins, Jaden and Jaren Sundancer, discovered that their traditional dances had the power to channel the sun. Unlike magic, which leached the life force of the user, the sun did not corrupt anything when channeled. The twins practiced their dancing until their ability to control the sun made them more powerful than even the strongest mages. And he'll begin picking up another book, at which point we can interact with him. "Have you ever seen a sun dance?" "No, I haven't." "You're Your timing could not be better. Instructor Foxy is out in the courtyard right now. Her students are about to begin practicing the dance. Can I go watch it? Yes, definitely. Come back to me once you've seen it. Okay, I'll go talk to Foxy. So we'll accept this quest, and then we'll head out into the courtyard. We'll open the door to get there, and we can talk to Instructor Foxy, who is quite literally an actual fox. The music changes, and she says, "Dancers, ready, set, go," and then begins conducting the sun dance. The background music has changed, and will remain for this dance and music for as long as the dance is active. These characters right here are using a new feature that will be released with the 0.8 engine. They're actually using root motion in order to properly move themselves while they're dancing so that their feet remain at least somewhat synchronized with the ground. You can see Instructor Foxy over here having a ball, just conducting them, and these animations that she's playing are actually from the Carnegie Mellon mocap library, as well as the breakdance that these guys are doing over here is also from the Carnegie Mellon huge mocap library. And if you recognize Foxy's motions right here, it's because these are the Mickey Mouse conducting from Fantasia animations. So these guys will basically continue doing their dance for about a minute or so, at which point Foxy will tell them that that was good enough and they should go take a break because they've been working pretty hard at this dance right here. After she tells them to go take a break, the sun dancers will choose random locations to patrol to, and then basically they'll disappear from the scene, and we can continue on with the history of the Sunsworn. There we go. Great job, guys. Go take a break. You've earned it. And then the music returns to normal for the level, and our sun dancers disappear. We'll head back inside here. Our quest is completed now. We've watched the sun dance, and we'll talk to Apprentice Historian Flair and begin the next stage of the history lesson. Although mana could grant sentience to anything it touched, it did not grant intelligence or wisdom. Fire elementals would burn everything around them. Likewise, the dead would come back to life with an eternal grudge against everyone. Wars tore the world apart and threatened to destroy it until the Sundancer twins created the Sunsworn with the goal of banning magic use and protecting the world from harm. They amassed an army of followers and tried to convince everyone to abandon their harmful ways. Not everyone agreed, and there were many battles. At this point, he's got another quest for us here, and we can accept this quest and then read about the War of the Magi, which once again is another cutscene. These barbarians are saying we're so powerful nothing can stop us, and the Magi were destroying the world with their thoughtlessness. The more magic was used, the more monsters emerged, and this guy says, "Oh no, what's happening?" The undead were winning the battle against the living, and he says, kill them all." And his friend says, "How? They're already dead." "Oh no, they're becoming more powerful," he shouts. The Sunsworn offered the barbarians the chance to repent. "Please stop, you're destroying our world." "Never. If you try to stop us, we'll kill you." And now Jaden and Jaren Sunsworn have put all their power into Blaziel Light Fury, who will run across and have an epic battle, taking out all of the barbarians and all of the undead. While Jaden and Jaren project sun shields, which are helping keep Blaziel Sun Fury alive. They will continue on their quest to rid the world of all thoughtless magic users and return it from this twisted wasteland back to a nice paradise to live in. We return to the Sun Temple here, and we can complete this stage of the quest, and then begin the final stage of the history lesson. When the last battle had been won, there was a problem to deal with. Something had to be done with all the mana still in the environment. The power of the sun could contain it, but at night, the Sunsworn were powerless. They had to find a solution that allowed them to contain the mana safely at all times. It was decided that some of the technology created by magic use would be repurposed to create a mana seal that would work at all times. And we can talk to him and accept the last stage of the quest here, at which point the mana seal book becomes interactable, and we can watch the final cutscene in the history lesson. A remote location was chosen in the desert where the sun always shone. We've got sun collectors here shooting lasers down. A large well called the mana seal was built to contain the collected mana. There's a pool of mana down there. It used the power of the sun to form an impenetrable barrier, redirecting from the collectors down to the lasers into this pyramid here and making a shield. Special automatons called Lunamex would collect light rays during the day, and you can see they're now filled up like batteries. Their little orbs have turned yellow here. When the sun set, the Lunamex would release the stored energy to maintain the shield. So you can see stars in the sky now, and it's now dark outside, and these guys are shooting lasers from their battery, replacing the sun during nighttime to keep all of that dangerous mana contained. We can talk to Apprentice Historian Flare, and we gain a level, and this was the final part of the history lesson for now. So we will complete the quest with High Priestess Luminessa, and that concludes the history lesson. I hope you enjoyed that. As always, if you did, don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe to the AnyRPG channel, which as of today is now called the AnyRPG channel, not the Cohesion channel anymore. And I will see you in the next video.